I hope y'all ready for this bussin' freaking farm, baby. So after like, I don't know how long of like trying to redesign the original cow farm design and integrate some of my newer designs, I finally decided to pretty much scrap everything, right? And just start from the beginning. And this thing is freaking insane. It's pretty much, cows don't get clogged in this. It's almost insane. So here's how it works, right? By the way, here are the timestamps for anyone that doesn't like to learn about the stuff, that just wants the tutorial. Go ahead and skip to that. Otherwise, I'm teaching you how this thing works, so you can go and make your own and make it better, maybe. So here's how the thing works, right? Let me go ahead and throw some cows in. Okay, so I put around 20 cows in, right? And this thing, I've tested it with literally up to 50 cows, and it still doesn't jam, and you can still breed all of them, which is, it's crazy. I count the baby cows, and there's like 23, 24, so maybe we're missing out on like 1 or 2. But for the most part, this thing, I don't know. So you go ahead and press the button, and it's completely automatic. It just goes ahead and lets you feed your cows, get your cows all freaking hungry and stuff, and, you know, wanted to make babies and stuff. Don't mind the sound of the dying cows in the background. So yeah, the idea is that you sit right here, and there's a little piece of glass here so that you don't fall in. And you just climb up on the ladder, and then you go to this ledge right here, and you press a button. Then you can breed your cows. Then you press a button again, and then you can take the ladder down, or you can just jump down, whatever. And look at all these baby cows. Keep in mind, I only put 20 in, right? Now, there's supposed to be a button right here. Give me a second. So you get your button right here, and I'm hoping that I place the buttons down inside, but if I press this button, you'll see that the baby cows aren't going to die, right? But the lava is going to cover the entire thing up. Now, if we go and get some adult cows in there, so we went ahead and got some adult cows in there. Now watch, I'm going to kill the adult cows, but the baby cows are going to live. So as you can see, all the adult cows die within 1 cycle. That was a big flaw of the last one. It took 2 cycles to kill them. So it kills them, but this is the crazy part. Look how many baby cows there are. Okay, now keep in mind, I only put 20 in, right? So hypothetically, this is just a small little number. Now let's go ahead and up the number to 50. Okay, so I've put right around 50 cows into this thing. So if we go ahead and start it back up again, we can go ahead and just start spamming the cows with wheat, right? All right, so we had 50 cows. I went ahead and burned them up. Let's go ahead and bring them out here. This is how many you would get from having 50 cows. Okay, come on. Come on. As you can see, literally, like, no baby cows get stuck for the most part. We got about, I'd say around 20-ish right here. I don't really want to count them all. Right around 22, 23. Yeah, so right around there. And I'm really liking this farm. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty, compared to the 2-in-1 farm, the 2-in-1 farm is for convenience. You can't put as many in because you're feeding them from the bottom, whereas this one, you're feeding them from the top. So you can pretty much, I mean, you can fill it up to whatever you want as long as entity cramming doesn't come into play, you know? All right, but really quickly, I'm going to go over the circuitry now. So, as you can see right here, this is a very simple little one. We just have a button, hard powering a block, which will power this redstone, which will soft power this, which will then power this dispenser on and off. And then if we go ahead and break down here, what you can see right here is, since hoppers are not solid blocks, you can go down and underneath. And as long as you don't have a block right next to it that is being powered, the hoppers will not get locked. So I had the button right here, which will hard power this block, which will then go ahead and power this redstone. Now this comparator is going to pull the signal out of this redstone and go this way. And the signal will try and go this way, but this comparator will not allow it to. So the signal goes this way, right? And then it goes back through this comparator. And this is going to make a little bit of a pulse extender, right? And this is just a very little tiny pulse extender to go ahead and let the lava go out to the sides. And it will go ahead and power this repeater right here. Now, the reason I have a repeater going into here instead of a redstone signal is because as the redstone signal gets weaker, the observer will detect every single time that the redstone goes down a signal strength, which will cause the lava to just spaz out. So you have this repeater here, and you set it to 0 ticks. Okay, it doesn't really matter. And the thing is that just as long as it has a redstone signal into here, this repeater is going to stay stagnant. It's not going to change. It's not going to go up and down in power levels, and the observer is just going to detect when it comes on and turns off. I really hope that makes sense. All right, but without further ado, let's go ahead and clear this inventory here. Let's go ahead and see what you actually need for this build. So what you're going to need for this build is 21 blocks, building blocks of choice. Probably don't use wood, or at least make the bottom half some kind of stone, something, or just keep wood out of this build. All right, just not a good idea unless you have fire spreads off. You need a single staircase, doesn't matter, once again. You need 9 slabs, doesn't matter, once again. 13 glass, you only need 4 required, 9 for the front, 4 for the actual cow bobbing chamber, which is required there. You need 2 dispensers, a single observer, 3 hoppers, a redstone repeater, 6 redstone dust, 2 redstone comparators. You will obviously need some cows. You will need a single glass pane. You will need 7 buttons, 3 of which need to be stone. You need 4 ladders, and you need a chest. And just a little reminder, don't forget your wheat. Hey, yo, what's good, homies? Y'all also gonna need a water bucket and a lava bucket. Alright, so you're gonna want to get yourself a little 5x3 area, and the glass blocks signify where you don't need to place blocks, but you can if you want to. So I always like to start off by placing the chest down so that you know exactly where the build is going to end up, where your loot is, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So go ahead and put that down right in the middle on either side that you want. Next, we're going to go ahead and get straight into the redstone circuitry. So we're going to go ahead and break down a little bit down here. Now, this part is up to you if you want it to be a little cleaner or not, but I'm going to go ahead and put down a piece of quartz right there to go ahead and allow my redstone to sit on top of. I prefer to put my redstone on blocks. So what you're going to want to do now is go ahead and break down a couple blocks. And once again, you don't need to replace the blocks, but it's just something I prefer to do. Go ahead and grab your comparator, place a comparator facing this way and a comparator facing this way. Next, grab your redstone dust, place a piece of dust there, there, and there. Break this block, these two blocks right here. Replace them if you want. Place a piece of redstone dust here with a redstone repeater right here. Next, go ahead and grab your hoppers and shift click and place the first hopper into the back of this chest. Next, go ahead and place a hopper going into this hopper and go to the other side and place another hopper going into the same exact hopper. You want everything, no matter what, to come into this chest. A simple way to check is to just go ahead and throw some items in, see if they come into this chest. Throw another item in this chest, see if it comes into this chest. Now what you're going to want to do is go ahead and place a block here, an upside down staircase, and a block here. Go ahead and jump around and place an observer looking towards the redstone repeater right here with a dispenser facing this direction. Now it's up to you where you want to put your buttons at. I'd recommend placing 2 buttons right here for just aesthetic purposes. And if you want to place one on the staircase, be careful, because if you break the staircase, you could forget about that, or just placing them on these blocks in general. However, that's why I'm going to say go ahead and place the middle button onto the observer back here, because you can't really see it. And if you actually need to get in here, you can break this block and confidently know that you're not going to mess the farm up. Next, if you went ahead and got some glass, go ahead and just build up the entire wall front right here, a little 3x3 area with a piece on the top. Next, go ahead and find all the walls and build up 4 high. Next thing you're going to want to do is place a block right here as well as a block right here, and then place a dispenser right there. Next up, grab your redstone, place it right here as well as a block of choice, place it right on top of it. Next up, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and get your slabs and go ahead and slab all this right here. This piece of redstone is optional. However, it's just for convenience. Go ahead and surround the chamber in glass now and place a slab on the top of each piece of glass. Next up, what you're going to want to do is place a temp block right there as well as a pane, a glass pane, an iron bar, a wooden fence, whatever you want. Just place it right there so that you can't fall in here, because that wouldn't be good. All right, so the next thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and grab your buttons and look in here, place a button right there and a button right there. You're also going to need to place a button right here. And this is more of a safety precaution. You're going to want to place a button right here. And that's so this block cannot set on fire no matter absolutely what and kill all of your cows. It's just not good. And the last button that you're going to want to place is down here. All right, and once you have all of this, you can go ahead. All right, and once you have all this, go ahead and put your ladders down. And then you can come to the back here. And you can go ahead and put your lava bucket in here. And you can go ahead and put your water bucket in here. Lava on the bottom, water in the top. You can go ahead and test the circuit by just simply pressing the button, making sure it works beforehand. You should get something looking a little bit like that. Then you can come up here and you can press the button. Make sure water comes out. You press the button again, make sure it goes back in. All right, now that's going to actually wrap up the entire tutorial for this farm. However, one of the most asked questions is, how do I get the cows in the hole? Well, I'm going to show you right here. Okay, just pay attention, please. All right, so what you want to do is get rid of this, right? And you're going to want to make a 90-degree angle right here. And you're going to want to make a little platform that goes out this direction. All right, now go ahead and just extend the 90-degree angle a little bit, okay? And for sake of the tutorial, all right, pretend that I have a staircase right here, okay? Pretend I have a staircase that I have led the cows up with wheat or leads, all right? You can lead cows with wheat, and you can lead cows with leads. So now that I have my cow up here, right? He's attracted to wheat. He's going to follow me. And then he's going to follow me over here. He's going to try and jump up. But that's when you put the wheat away. And then you just go ahead and shove the dude right in there. And then, yeah, he's in the hole. And you can go ahead and do that with as many cows as you want. This is the best way to get cows in. They are annoying sometimes. Just kind of use the wheat to your advantage type thing. You can build this wall up too high if you want to. But yeah, cows are just annoying to get in holes in general, man. My best advice, homies. All right, but yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this video today. I'm just going to go ahead and spam some cows on up in here. Yeah, but this farm is working pretty bougily. I will say it looks all good to me. So that's going to wrap it up for this episode today. If you guys did like this episode, make sure that you leave a like and leave your next farm request down below. Someone requested a sticky pistonless cow farm. This is the best I can do. Now, if you want one without observers or dispensers, I could do that next. I guess that could be very interesting. But go ahead and leave your request down below. I'm going to leave a comment. Go ahead and reply to it. Leave your request. And I will see if I can make whatever you're requesting. I'm talking about tiny farms like this. No Enderman farms. No raid farms. No freaking anything that's complicated. Too complicated with game mechanics, okay? I'm a redstone dude. If you want something made out of redstone. Okay, I'm rambling on too much. Yep, that's going to be it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Peace out.